Sometimes niche is better. A lot of times it's just more expensive. These are 7 fragrances that I'd choose over pricey niche any day because they actually give me more of what I want. If you automatically think expensive means better, a few of these might actually change your mind. Let's get into it. Guys, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time finding me, my name is Gerard. Today we're talking about fragrances, more specifically the 7 that I wore last week. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the hype button, all the good things. But let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into the video. This week's theme are 7 fragrances that I would choose over pricier niche fragrances. If that's content you guys want to see more of, again, stick around to the end. I promise you will not regret it, but let's get into it. A lot of expensive niche tries to feel luxurious and addictive. This one just gets to the point. The scent we're talking about is Afnan 9 p.m. Elixir. And this is probably my favorite in the entire Afnan 9 p.m. line. This is just a really sweet, addictive, grown man sweetness. It's not too youthful. Just an incredible magnetic scent. Really addictive smelling. The perfect balance of sweetness, spiciness, warmth, vanilla, woods. It is, for me, very close to JPG's Le Male Elixir Absolute, which is my personal favorite from the Elixir JPG line. I wasn't the biggest fan of Le Male Elixir, the OG, just not my thing, right? It just, I think it was overhyped and it just never quite lived up to the hype for me. Then when they came out with Absolute, for me, that was just a little bit more grown man and interesting. And this is very similar to that scent for way less money. This is definitely the kind of fragrance I'm reaching for when I want that strong presence, a high compliment factor. It's going to give you all those things for not the price tag that you would expect. Really high quality, lasts a long time. One of the better pickups that I've made in the last year. Afnan 9 p.m. Elixir. This next one smells clean and modern, but not in the usual boring, fresh way. The scent we are talking about is Les Saldissi from Issey Miyake. And this is the EDT version. There is an EDP as well. I haven't tried that one. But this just has like a mineralic, salty, aquatic texture to it that just makes it super interesting. This could border on niche. This is the perfect example of a fragrance that still feels artistic enough to walk that line of niche, but also be super wearable at the same time. And it never feels like one that you wouldn't reach for on any given day. For me, that balance, having that versatility, it means more to me than just having a pricey niche fragrance on my shelf. It's night and day, in my opinion. This is one that I'm going to reach for more often than not, that just puts me in a good mood. It has this sort of effervescent ocean spray type of vibe to it, very uplifting, and one that I cannot wait to wear more as soon as it starts to heat up in the Boston area. It's been unseasonably cold, at least it just feels that way. So I can't wait till, it starts warming up and I can wear this one and know that I'm covered and it's probably going to pop a bit more off of my skin in the high heat. Les Saldissi from Issey Miyake. This next one is smooth, feels dressed up, and is completely underrated. The scent we are talking about is Cerruti 1881 Bella Notte. And this has become quickly one of my favorite fragrances. I really, really wish that this was more widely available. I'm going to try to link this along with all the other fragrances that I talk about in this video in the description down below. But guys, beautiful atomizer. This is something special. It has that darker, more refined character that a lot of niche fragrances aim for, but this one just ends up coming across much more approachable without it trying too hard to be mysterious or exclusive feeling. But for me, it does feel exclusive. It feels like I know something that not everyone else knows. And that's how incredible this is. This is that kind of scent that I would wear because it feels good on me and I'm not trying to impress anyone or other fragrance people. But Cerruti is a fantastic house. They have some underrated cheapies that are just legendary at this point, and this one is no exception to that. This is an incredible fragrance. What I love most about this one is its lasting power and how throughout the day I'll just smell this in waves and it smells like I just sprayed it. incredible performer, and just something that is crazy addictive. I love this one. Cerruti 1881 Bella Notte. This next one is a perfect example of a fragrance that just works. The scent we are talking about is Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Intense. Now, this particular formulation, the intense version of Fierce, is really hard to find these days for a decent price. But I will say that in my experience, oh man, and guys, this is nostalgic on 100. In my experience, the OG Fierce, the Fierce that you can still buy is still going to scratch that nostalgia itch for you. This is like the OG mass appealing fragrance. This thing is just synonymous with the early 2000s, that late 90s vibe, just super masculine fragrance, but also approachable and easy to like. There have been niche fragrances that have done this scent DNA that are really popular. I'm looking at you, Parfums de Marly, and that's an incredible version of this. However, there's something missing. There is something that when I smell Fierce from Abercrombie, I just get something a little unique, a little different, that I would choose this over that PDM. And not to say that PDM isn't incredible, but for what you're paying, it's fierce pretty much. But this, to me, just has that little bit of something special that, again, makes that nostalgia kick up a notch, and it means something. It truly does. Now, when I wear this, my wife always compliments me. She knows what I'm wearing, so she picks up on it immediately. This is a legendary fragrance through and through. Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce. Now, this is where the rotation gets a little bit richer and more luxurious. And if Afnan 9 p.m. Elixir is one of the best fragrances that I picked up this year, this one might be at the top of the list. The scent we are talking about is Orantica XO Exclusive Oud Blue. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly's Leighton, and my favorite clone at the moment. I'm just being honest. This stuff is an absolute steal for what you can find it for. It has that bigger, more opulent style that people tend to associate with niche fragrances, but again, a more approachable, wearable scent. And that's what I care about. I want to be able to wear my fragrances. I don't want to feel overwhelmed or feel like it's work to put something on. This smells amazing. Does it smell like Leighton? Yes. And it does a fantastic job being a cheap alternative to that scent. And there's nothing wrong with that. Not everyone has to spend hundreds of dollars on a fragrance to smell good. This will do that for you in spades. It will give you that expensive aura without feeling like you're paying for exclusivity or branding in this case, right? Because we know what it's trying to copy. And if I want depth and presence, this scent scratches that itch fast. And this is an incredible performer, one that I would wear easily from day to night. This is a signature fragrance, in my opinion, that I just absolutely love. One of the best pickups, best $30 I may have ever spent. Orantica XO Exclusive Oud Blue. This next one is one of the easiest examples of price not matching the quality. The scent we are talking about is Banana Republic's 78 Vintage Green. Incredible quality and bargain basement prices. I mean, this one will forever. It's so good, guys. I mean, it's hard to explain how good this is. Fresh, green, classy, way more refined than people might expect, especially for the price you pay. But I will say that with all the crap that Banana Republic fragrances get, particularly for performance, this one is a sleeper good performer. This one proves that understated and elegant does not have to come with a hefty price tag. It just doesn't. And this one actually, for me, had come with a little hype leading up to me actually grabbing it, and it lived up to every little bit of that hype. It's so good for the price that it's one of those things that makes you question, what is it exactly that I'm paying for when I buy a niche fragrance? And I don't want this video to sound like I'm anti-niche. I love niche fragrances. And there are some niche fragrances that I have not been able to part with and that I absolutely love. So it really isn't about that, but there are days where you have to kind of take a step back and be like, okay, we have to recognize some of these fragrances that are absolutely amazing that, let's be honest, I'm wearing more and they're not niche. And yes, I have those niche fragrances, but for whatever reason, I keep going back to these ones. This is one of those. Banana Republic's 78 Vintage Green. Finally, on Saturday, I reached for my latest rack store pickup, so I will link that video down below so you guys can go check it out. I was pleasantly surprised by this one. The scent we are talking about is Classic Stone from Lattafa. This one actually, kind of by accident fits this week's theme. The reason for that is because this is, for me, really smells close to PDM's Altair, which is not my favorite scent, DNA. I will be completely honest. I wasn't a fan of any of the dupes of that fragrance. It just smelled too much like a candle, too sweet, too cloying, just not like a fragrance that I would want to wear. This, on the other hand, blew me away. It's just done with such a more tame approach, but this classes things up with the leather. It just is much more wearable, elevated feeling in a way. So what I love about this as well was the performance lasted all day long on me and then some. I mean, it just kept pumping off of my skin. One of you guys pointed out that Niche Emirati Perfumes is actually sort of a step up in the Lattafa line of fragrances. So it's kind of their luxury line. And I guess $30 is a fantastic price for this. And yes, that is true. I mean, this smells way more expensive than what I actually paid for it. And I hope I can link it down below for something close to that. Nonetheless, I mean, this is just an incredible fragrance. My wife wasn't crazy about it, but nothing new there. She just doesn't like vanilla fragrances. I definitely imagine wearing this on a cool night out, maybe winter time. We're kind of getting out of season for this type of fragrance, but it's still addictive, perfect amount of sweetness, nice balance of leather, woods, smoke, the vanilla. It does everything right. The best cheap fragrance is not always the one that is quote unquote good for the money. It's one that you would reach for anyway. And this is one of those for me. Classic Stone from Lattafa. That's it, guys. 7 fragrances that I would happily choose any day, despite the price, over niche. As always, would love to know what your weekly rotation was. But in addition to that, let me know what, cheap, unexpected, it doesn't have to be cheap, but unexpected fragrance that you would choose over a niche fragrance. Drop it down below. I'd love to see what you guys choose. But as always, guys, if you like content like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video.